Welcome everyone to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Rita. So everyone, welcome everyone. I just wanted to share with you a couple news, little tidbits that are going on in the world. So, basically, man, this is really screwed up, isn't it? Let's just move this to a bit. There we go. Let's see if that works. Yep. Alright, let's fix the camera then. Gotta show off these. A lot of people like the boobs, I know Jess likes it. Alright, so Jess was saying something the other day about it's not ladylike for gifting or some stupid thing. I don't even remember the message. I just said, hey, I'm at the library, and Jess is probably wondering, what's going on. And Jess never asked me why I'm at the library, but so today I was talking to a lady. I ran into her yesterday, and she's in love with Moxie. We're talking about, she said, any good books you read? And I go, yeah, I read the DSM-5. And talking to her about that, she turned around and she said, that she's Jehovah's Witness. I said, well, I'm ordained with 4 churches. I know religion pretty well, and we conversed on it. And she's like, she asked if I was male or female. And I said, female. And then my neighbor next door came in, and she's, hi, Rita. I said, hey, what's the deal with the manager? She emailed me. What'd she email about? Is there any issues around the apartment? They're pest control. She said someone got mice in their place. And the sheriff was out on Wednesday. I said, what for? She said, it wasn't for us. Don't worry about it, girl. I wouldn't worry about it. The problem isn't you. It's mostly Chloe. But I wish the people would leave her alone. She said, what happened with Valentine's Day? I saw them there. I said, they woke me up. Well, what was it? Well, my family's worried that I was dead. And I explained it to her. And she's like, well, in my opinion, I wish someone would just leave you alone. I mean, if you're not answering your messages, that means you went hiatus from hermit mode. She's like, I'm a hermit too, so am I. But anyway, Chloe's doing dinner soon. I'm going to do up a couple letters tonight. A couple things I want to talk about. So I talked to some social workers from different hospitals and stuff. They all asked me what the status is of Chloe, or as some call them, Beaver Babbit or Tater Tot, which I don't like. And let's just say they were kind of open-minded. One was we were conversing. I know family sitting there to I sent the information of involuntary to Tara, as I read in the last report. Basically, what has happened is Tara, everyone in the family, is worried about me. And talking to a social worker, the social worker said, I can get her to a hospital, right? But, the problem is getting her medicated. Now, the hospital that wants her basically has duly noted in their records that the meds aren't working. They're causing too many side effects that Chloe doesn't like. And because of it, they also stated in the records that they didn't tell her that it was a black box warning, which can kill her in 10 years for heart disease. And with Chloe eating like a pig, that would excel things. That's one thing that happened with hubby. But that's another reason why Chloe is, well, I'm not going to talk bad about Chloe. Now, as you all know earlier, I woke up today. I had a nightmare. Let me just tell you about it. I told Claire this. That I had a nightmare. I was in Skyrim, and Chloe with the Dark Brotherhood assassinated me. Woke up scared shitless, and that's something that never happens. My fear for Chloe is not that bad. I mean, I do fear her at times when she gets angry. Like, for example, today I was talking to Chloe, and she was going on and on and on about her coping mechanisms about wanting to murder the neighbor because the neighbor allegedly sexually assaulted her. And so what happened was, I said, let me go get some help, no phone. And she's like, no. So finally I just put my shoes on, went got the mail. There was nothing, pretty much. There was like one piece of mail, and I'm like, oh, one piece of mail, wow. Anyway, so that's what happened, I found my shirt that was in here. This shirt, my hubby and I love this. This says Game Addict. Look at that, NES controller. I have 2. I wear hubbies at times, too. I miss hubby dearly, So anyway, Chloe got into one of these rant and rages, and I'm like, so I was kind of upset, cranky about it, and, so what's happening is I'm going to go and talk to you all for a minute about what's going on. So basically, she got mad about that. Then, she's like, I can't handle this. The problem is Chloe's realizing Chloe said she'd be in here in a bit. Let me just see where she's at. Probably in a room again. You know, I don't want anyone joking about Chloe being in her room. So, you know, Chloe basically goes in there, change her underwear. So I was telling Terry, you know, and a couple of other people, I'm getting tired of seeing clothes piles everywhere, so we need to reclaim the living room, the kitchen, and then get this fucking place clean. But anyways, back to the story. She's changing her underwear. She'll be in a moment. So basically, I don't want anyone sitting there making fun of Chloe going, you know, the whole masturbation with the invisible clitoris thing. I mean, that gets kind of old, you know, and frankly, it is really old, and I really am despising that, you know. I mean, yeah, people want to say Chloe's not true transgender, intersex, she's just a boy trying to be a girl or a woman, and, you know, I mean, look, I've got, let me put it this way, okay, talk about trans issues for a minute. I've dealt with this for 20 years. I've had people say, you're not going to get your implants, you're never going to be a woman. Well, look at here. Look at here. Look at that. Nice, natural-looking breasts. People are jealous. Hell, even my sister Dinky is jealous at times of my tits. And she's like, hey, Titsley, how's sexy doing today? You know, she makes me feel good. You know, when she talks that way at times. You know, we're girls, you know, I always say, hey, beautiful, what's up? You know, and I'm here, you know, I mean, literally. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about was that, basically, you know, that when it came to Chloe, you know, in her argument today, I mean, Chloe realizes, you know, she'll probably tell you about it, how depressed I am. I mean, literally, I mean, this whole month, the beginning of the month, I was happy I got my bourbon. I did talk to a lady, by the way. Someone was talking about Woodinville booze, and they were talking about, how they'll give me a 40% discount if I buy a case, 12 of them, through them. So I did the math, and I'm like, well, that's like $400 or $600 if I want a case. I can afford it, but I really don't want 12 bottles of bourbon. Now, 100 and some proof, yeah, I could fire down 2 shots. I'd be happy as hell and going to sleep, but the thing is, I want to sample their booze first. I don't want to fucking buy something I don't like, you know, and for the price I'm paying for 1 bottle of Woodinville distilled, I can get 2 bottles of Ezra, you know, 90 proof. I mean, I don't really need 129 proof booze either, you know, that would just fucking knock me on my ass, talking about booze for a minute, you know, but back to Chloe, okay? So, what has depressed me, okay? A lot of you guys are sitting there like Melissa and Tara and stuff, and Teddy, and they're like, why are you depressed? Well, let me put it this way. 1, the house is dirty, okay? I over the last 2 years, Chloe knows I've been basically picking up everything, hoping I tell a retro check will come, because I was promised it. I've spent about 20 grand on Chloe for 2 years, receipts of proof. Problem is with Chloe, you know, I can't have firearms around her. I can't have certain things, you know, and on top of that, you know, I'm living in a toxic relationship where, you know, as everyone says, police department or sheriff says, police Moses, like, I mean, I just got confirmed today that one of the social workers contacted law enforcement at Moses Lake asking about the arrest, and they're like, she wasn't arrested, let it go. And then they asked about Chloe, and they said, well, we talked to Chloe about, you know, this, and this, why she's with, why this. Instead, Chloe turned around and basically finally spilled the beans that they were asking why someone in Texas called on a weapons charge. When, you know, the lady in Texas messaged me recently, and as Chloe would say, that dillwad, or dillhole, basically asked me to copy my letters. They're not getting the sex change because apparently they're schizoaffective or schizophrenic. Sorry to say, but, you know, I grew up where transsexuals didn't get a sex change if you're schizophrenic. And Chloe's afraid of that herself because they've plopped that down and brought bipolar and borderline, and people with borderline are, you know, they say, oh, borderline people have been abused. I've been abused all my life, but the only thing that clings together for me is the Bible. Now, I was telling this today to the late Jehovah's Witness lady, but even Chelsea, my neighbor, knows this. She's a sweetheart. She's like, hey, beautiful, what's up? And I'm like, oh, yeah, what up, cutie pie? You know, we were just flirting with each other, you know, and we talked about things, you know. She heard the whole story from the neighbor next door, the alleged thing. And Chelsea's like, can't we just all fucking get along and leave it alone? She's like that one Jewish woman's a real pain in the ass. But anyway, so basically, people ask me, what's depressing? Besides this place being dirty, okay, let me put it this way. One of the problems I had with depression with me is I have to listen to Chloe all the time asking me about what to do. Well, Chloe realizes my depression is stemmed because of the same questions. I mean, one of the questions I ask myself every fucking day, and I ask Tara this, I'm autistic myself, developmentally disabled, is, what do I do with Chloe? I have asked Teddy. Teddy's like, kick her to the curb. Send her to Ohio. Well, her mom doesn't want her that bad. So, basically, the reason I say this is this reason. I've done everything I can, and yet I still get pointed the fingers. Oh, like police involvement. There's no police involvement because I was aggressive during Bourbon because the fucking bitch had to be put in her place. The doctor, I mean. So Chloe realizes that. Chloe basically told them off, but look what happened. I lost services at the clinic. Oh well, I'll go through someone else. I'll pay them and they can kiss my ass. I mean, literally, if I had a heart attack, they already said, turn around, you're going somewhere else. That's just scabs it. Now, let me put it this way. That's why I got a law group going after the hospital here, too. But here's the deal. They also know that, to be voluntary committed, the DCR's got to make the determination, not a fucking doctor. The doctor's like, the doctor wanted to commit me for booze, and the sheriff's like, let it go. I mean, literally, I know the story. But anyways, back to my depression. When I drink excessively, it's not to cope with the video games. It's about coping with Chloe. Because, I mean, for 2 weeks, Chloe's like, am I going to get food stamps? Am I going to get food stamps? Well, Chloe asked me yesterday to check online since she set up, with my help, an account which I check online for her through Washington Access. And I just went in real quick and it basically stated 194 is what she gets for food stamps in March. She's good. She's like, oh goody. But now that she's got that out of the way, she should be focusing on getting her thing clean. I mean, recently she was complaining, and I'm not belittling Chloe, I'm not. That's something about razor blades. Now, I don't know where we stand on blades. I have to look on that on the budget. Tara wanted Chloe to realize I budget basically to a T. I mean, when I have excess money, it's usually I'm using it for, sparingly. Like this month I told Tara, and I want to say this to Tara if you're watching this, I'm surprised, Miss, you even basically said yum when I said I want Taco Bell KFC combo because that's what we have in Anacortes. She's like, yum. I thought she'd be like Chloe and be like, no, bad for your heart. I mean, I love those cheesy double gordita crunch. The double tacos, those are great. But anyway, back to the story. So I love Chloe dearly, as everyone knows. The problem is the relationship is toxic. Now, Chloe basically turned around, told me to go fucking marry the alleged rapist, then told me to go marry the fucking doctors and psychiatrists and shit at the clinic. Thing is I'm just like, look at what you're doing. I mean, literally what I said. I said, well, you don't even want to acknowledge that you have a mental illness. You want to say it's autism. If they're telling you, fuck you, it's not autism. Fucking get in line. And she got mad. So I'm like, I'm done dealing with this mental illness shit because it doesn't do me any good. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. The thing with the mental system is they want to basically medicate her. They want to, we're going to put you on the same meds. Fuck you, you're taking it or else. Chloe doesn't have to take it. She's an adult. That's why the APS lady said she's made her decision. Now, I priced out tickets, okay, to San Diego, to Las Vegas, to Portland, to Phoenix, Arizona, Phoenix, Ohio, and Pittsburgh. All those places. Now, she sent me some links to Allegheny Link. Now, one of the things I have to do next month, as you all know, is make purchases for a printer. Hold on, let me see where she's at. Are you done changing your underwear? What are you doing now? Anyway, she's gonna check out Allegheny Link, like I said, but I gotta get a printer because I'm not paying 25 cents a sheet to go print something at the library. It's not worth it because we have it in our own laptop. I don't really feel comfortable going on to their computer to print it out, so it gives me a reason to buy a printer so I can work on the projects I need anyways with a printer. Now, the reason she's looked at that is they sent PDFs is because Chloe told them, that she has no reason to come. She's going to leave leave Washington and go there. She needs resources. She was more worried about her transgender health care And I already told her they're covered there, surgeries and everything. So she might even get Dr. McGinn, which is one of the best doctors in the country for GRS. But I don't know if she takes Pittsburgh Medicaid. But anyways, the bottom line is she might be able to get through there, but she's like, asking me, literally, if I can move on. The thing is, I can. The problem with depression is dirty house and her being combative all the time. I mean, literally, she knows I love her. It's just, here, let's just move the camera so it can be angled to the chair there so we can both be seen.
Alright, so the reason why I was thinking...
Like my boobies?
I wasn't thinking about the whole, sex change coverage. I was thinking more about, I know the area out there very well. I've been to Pittsburgh so many times. Growing up, we used to always go out there. I've driven around Pittsburgh, so I know a lot of the areas. I mean...
Alrighty then!
Okay, let me finish.
Alrighty then!
And I know the East Coast has better mental health than West Coast does.
Well, that's one thing I'm kind of bringing up,
And even better physical health. Because the heart doctors out there are even better than out here.
Yeah, they are. Do you want this?
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Peanut butter.
Oh. Alrighty then. Look at this. I gotta get his butt fixed. I mean, look at this. He's got a black mark on his butt from bleeding. We gotta get that taken care of. But as I said, the manager basically didn't tell me there was a infestation problem of mice or whatever. That's what the thing is, And so, but yeah, I mean, literally, Chloe's right. The mental health system's broken out here. I mean, look at it this way, okay? Now, I've explained it to family. I've explained it to Chloe's mom. Now, Chloe already knows her mom wants her involuntary herself, but like I said in my previous video, to be involuntary committed, you have to be deemed a threat as of this moment. If Chloe basically threw my phone across the room and it broke, and then flipped a knife and basically did what she said. The other thing is I want to say, is the hospitals I talked to by email, because I have no phone, basically have seen the video, and they said, quote unquote, the police department's being charged with negligence because they were supposed to involuntary Chloe at that moment because she was a threat. Police didn't give a shit. They didn't care if Chloe packed up and left and went to Alaska for all they cared. No offense to Alaska, the term. But you get the idea. So Chloe basically, is, I've left the ticket on the table for her. I mean, literally, I have family, I haven't told Chloe everything, I don't, she's like, why are you hiding things from me? But anyways, I have family that was asking me to go put in stuff for Oregon, and frankly, as Chloe knows, I don't really want to go there and find out my family's packing up to Texas. So technically, I got roommates already lined up in case Chloe leaves so I can keep my place. The main thing is I just can't stand how much, I don't belittle Chloe. I mean, literally, I don't. I mean, but, you got hospitals lying and stuff. Now, hospitals can't sit there and turn around, as I was trying to explain to Chloe, because this is why they put in the state law that they can't just go in-ball. I mean, look, yes, Chloe's always talking about suicide, but, as her last record said, and I explained this to the social worker, they think it's all made up just to get attention. So they're just like, well, that would be used in the court and the judge would throw it out. Second thing is, she a threat to others? Well, let's see. If I had, hypothetically, an AR-15, a 50 cal sniper rifle, several revolvers, several handguns, several shotguns, and fully had plans to use one of them, let's just say to assassinate several people, hypothetically, then they might think that she might have a plan. But since she doesn't have a plan, they think it's what is what was that word I said earlier? A coping mechanism. So that's what they put in her last record. It's all a coping mechanism. And so the doctor basically, as I was telling the social workers, wanted us to have therapy. Now, Chloe and I went to all the places in the island, free consuls, right? Chloe can confirm this. None of them wanted us. None wanted us. I'm autistic and fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, possibly bipolar. Chloe's basically 9 different disabilities and autism. They didn't want to touch us. They're like, you're on your own. The DSR wanted to, but when he found the designated PCR, But when he found out I wasn't lying about the U.S. Secret Service, he basically was like, you're on your own. So technically, the sheriff knows about it and all this other shit. The problem is Chloe's right. Mental health system out here sucks because, I mean, literally, as I said, and as Chloe's mom said, and as everyone else said, it's either Chloe saying it without thinking, maybe split personality, hypothetically, it's just a theory, or the hospital's just sticking it in as she's self-diagnosed and she's done this, and this, so they're basically trying to make it stick for her involved, but they can't. Every time, I mean, literally. I mean, Chloe can tell you that Smokey threw her out after 4 days because of an insurance issue. I mean, literally, here on TV Rita, on TV Chloe, you can basically know that Chloe basically has, I mean, for 2 weeks Chloe was depressed, Chloe knows I'm depressed. Chloe knows it to her, basically. And, I've been trying to seek therapy out, but Chloe knows also because we marched up to the hospital the one night, and family's like, well, what happened there? Well, she told them she was discriminated. They basically put male on her records. They put he, and then parts please, they put like 4 she's, the rest was he's, and her husband, her partner, and then his partner and his husband, talking about me, and all this stuff, they're like, oh, we already called these people, and then she says, you discriminate against Rita on the dog. Oh, well, that was EMS. Oh, that was sheriff. That was it. The sheriff told me out there that they apologized wholeheartedly for not letting Moppy go with me. They didn't know it was a trained service dog, so technically I've already filed with the DOJ on that one. And you see, the problem is I've requested everything I can for filing. I've complained. I mean, look, I just found out through the mental hospitals in the States that they're not allowed service dogs. Now, if Chloe had to if he kept medicated on the right meds, they'd have to involuntary her. And like I said, Chloe was getting mad earlier when I said I support it, but I don't support it. The thing is, I don't support it because, frankly, the first they're going to stick her on the same meds. Secondly, they didn't warn her about black box warning it's in her files. So they just plopped her on it and said, oh, here you go, Chloe, you get on this. Oh, by the way, this can kill you in 10 years. She wants to live. The problem is diagnosing autism part, so they're just plopping down whatever Dr. Dumbass said at Confluence, which was, that's her name, Dr. Dumbass. Borderline. One session, Chloe and I were going round and round today in her arguments, and I said, look, I'm not fucking stupid. It takes 8 to 12, maybe even longer sessions to diagnose someone borderline. It could take 2 years. 1 week session, 52 sessions, let's say 50 sessions. For 2 years, that's 100 sessions. Say, oh, Chloe, you're borderline. Chloe sit there and say, I accept it. But basically sitting there saying, hi, Chloe, you're basically threatening this and threatening that and threatening to hurt me and threatening Rita and doing this, you're borderline. 1 session. And you can ask Chloe right here what her opinion is on 1 session. It took her 8 minimum sessions to be diagnosed autistic.
That's true.
I'm going to grab my dip. You want to say anything? Want to get my dip?
Well, these people are a bunch of money grubbing bastard death. Really care about some money out here. It's like that mostly all over the West Coast. And it's sad, but true. Sad but true.
Hold on. I'm going to do something funny on video. Chloe? What's tax assistance gonna do for you? What's disability gonna do for you? Yeah. What's having a sex change gonna do for you?
Yeah, she
was eating like 2 boxes of Twinkies.
And potato chips and drinking a Pepsi.
Yeah, in front of Chloe. Yeah, exactly. And then she asked me to leave the room so she could talk to Chloe. And then she goes,
very professional.
And then the bitch, Twinkie eating whore, comes back and says, what are you doing there? And I'm like, reading my Book of Mormon going, why? Well, Chloe's hitting her head on the wall. I was like, what the fuck did you trigger her for? Well, I'm like, well, Chloe tells me something different than your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower. I ran in there fast, and then after that, Chloe didn't want to go through, so every time she went to the hospital, she could voluntary treatment. They'd be sitting there, well, we can't voluntary. We can only voluntary you if you refuse service. No. If she goes to the hospital and says, I need to be voluntary committed, they have to do their best to get her into a bed. They can't sit there and go, oh, well, they were thinking she wanted invol. And then the fucking DCR on call, this Tracy lady, won't give an any, I don't know her last name. She's like, well, in her record, she basically said that she told Chloe the hospitalizations are for the most severe people. Well, let's just say hypothetically, okay? I'm going to say this because I was talking to a social worker today, two of them. And I said, hospitalization. Do you think Chloe needs hospitalization? They said yes. Basically, she refuses all outpatient care. There's only one place in the entire county, the next county over off the island that can do her. Otherwise, yeah, pretty much they can do it. They can do invol or voluntary. And if they do voluntary, they'd have to set it up with the nearest place, which would be this. Now, another thing I was told that if she can get into a hospital, which Chloe didn't ask me about, they can take her to the basic mental place that she wants, Mount Vernon. They'll just send you there. Now, I did talk to a lady about putting us on a list, but found out the mental health thing is for in tribes. They're like, oh, are you with the tribe? I'm ordained. Well, I'm actually Cherokee, so but I'd have to be in Oklahoma for that. Not that Tara knows I'm actually Cherokee. Count that, hey, Chief Angry Polar Bear at your service. Anyways, bottom line is, you know, the whole shit, right? And so, when I was talking to the Jehovah's Witness lady, and I was talking to the social worker, the social worker understood that Chloe's been crapped on. I mean, I explained everything in lengthy emails, and she basically was like, you know, I feel if she was compassionate towards you. She said, between Chloe's words and the fucking hospital putting it in, they're basically saying self-diagnosed, borderline, narcissistic, all these. So what she did was she went ahead and contacted the other place in the other county, mental system, and she asked, why did you put bipolar 2? Well, that's because it says so in her records in Ohio, and they sent them. She looked it over and said bipolar symptoms. She asked me, I said, that's the exhibit file, but, you know, Chloe can work with bipolar, apparently. But, you know, the thing is, it's not bi-fucking-polar. Bipolar, you know. I mean, people that are bipolar, this is why I know I'm not bipolar, that some people say that I'm a schizophrenic, because I mean, one of the reasons, and I'm going to say this, I was looking for companionship after Aaron died, someone to hang out with, play games. Now, Chloe could be a real asshole when it comes to Skyrim. And you know why? Because the other day she's like, don't you listen to me? Yeah, I have a bad hearing, so you don't need to belittle me. I mean, I asked her, where do I go? Straight up. Alright, then, you know, accept her. Now, I know Skyrim's kind of fucking weird because they put in a bonus dungeon where you gotta hit up 4 different dungeons and hit a forge. Problem is, sometimes the fucking map doesn't tell you. I mean, they're like, to be level 60 before they open up this thingy. I was like going through, going, well, where do I go? You know, or you have to clear the entire map to find it, or you ask Ogrub Ushub, the librarian, where to find one of his books. He basically, it's in the thingy, but there's no book for it.
I had a bitch at the time last night trying to find the Ancestral's Blade, how to get to it. Eventually I got to it.
It's Dark Water Cave, right? The one where I can get the special exploding holy arrow. Because I have to go through there to get it, right? From that guy again, so I have to go back to that cave every time I want arrows.
With Dark Ball?
You know, the one that goes in to get Oriole's bow, right?
Yeah, Dark Ball.
Because I'm going to have to find it again, yeah, because frankly I needed Oriole's bow, and, you know, but you know what's really bad is the fucking game, right? I emailed Bethesda, and they're still trying to figure a patch out, right? They've had the game 5 fucking years. Okay, I'm gonna bitch about this for a second before I go back and talk about Chloe's illness. They turned around and said we're still trying to figure out how to patch it for all systems. When it comes to carrying 40 pounds of Elder Scrolls, I mean, I have like 400 pounds of carrying capacity. I'm gonna have to fucking do make some boots somehow, as Hubby said, that can carry like 9,000 pounds, so I don't have to fucking worry about crap. I mean, I'm carrying 40 pounds of Elder Scrolls and other crap I can't remove right now. And they're like, I mean, literally, I mean, yeah, Chloe looks at me at times, she's like, and I could see it in a twinkle in her eye, she's looking at me like, And I'm gonna say this out. I know it's out
I
of
got
love.
a bunch of stuff in my inventory.
Well, Chloe looked at me the other day. I could see it in twinkle in her eye. She's like, "You dumb shit! You're carrying an ebony bow for gold trapping. You're carrying 2 fucking ebony swords. You're carrying fucking the Nightingale bow. You're carrying Zephyrus bow. You're carrying fucking another bow, and you're carrying a warhammer. No wonder why you're carrying too much shit." Like, well, I rotate them when I'm in when like a drawer Zeph Lord, I can't take down. I'm mowing down with a fiery warhammer. Yet she also knows I'm carrying like 50 pounds of soul gems. I keep trapping and recharging my weapons, but that helps with enchanting anyways. My enchanting's all the way up. So people are like, "Hey, can you enchant me?" One guy's like, "Can you make me can you brew me a mead or brew me an ale with your alchemy level the way it is?" I'm like, but I mean, literally, I know she's looked at me times and she sees me scrolling through with all the amulets, like Amulet of Enchanting and Sneaky stuff, and it's like, "Hey, dumbass, why do you need that? Store that away or put that away." I showed her my weapon rack in my second home, fucking loaded with bows. I got like a fire bow with sparks bow and a freezing bow. And freezing doesn't really do that well. I have a stamina drain freezing shock bow that's a Nightingale bow, but most enemies are immune to frost pretty much. Literally. Now shocks they don't like fire, so I've learned really quickly the fiery warhammer. And then I found that if you spend some actual money on certain amulets, for like 60% reducing and fire damage, I can take on those high dragons with no trouble. But those dragons, even a frost dragon doesn't like fiery bolts when I fire my crossbow, which is enchanted. Which I'm still trying to figure out where the fuck to get the dwarven crossbow, because I know in the Dawnguard missions, I know Tara J and Lexi's listening to this. You get the plans for it. Now I don't have the plans for it. So it's like I'm stuck with a regular crossbow. Oh, talking about Dawnguard, as soon as I cleaned out the Dawnguard fortress and wiped out the leaders, I haven't had any Dawnguard pestering me.
Nice.
So I'm wondering if that went away. I got cultists attacking me now in Balmore. And the other day I was walking along and came across the Imperials fighting Stormcloaks. The Imperials turned to attack me, and I was mowing them down. Serana and my party, we were just an unbeatable team. Let's go make some more memories. The only time I leave her in my house is when I have to go rob change someone's ledger in the game. Which I have 3 out of 5 done. I just gotta get back into it tonight. But I'm trying to clear up all my excessive missions. And then, but anyways, back to Chloe, Chloe's got a ticket on the table, so I think that's the course of action to take, because frankly, Chloe knows as well as I do, and her mom doesn't, but Chloe realizes, I think, if Chloe, talks about it, right, that you may be able to shed some light on the subject for the people about your record when it comes to your mother and stepdad. They find out if your mom pushed you to get on disability, shit will hit the fan.
Yeah. My mom finds out about that she'll disown me like that.
Oh well, that's the thing.
Thing is, I can't, I don't have a place in Ohio to stay. If I go to Pittsburgh though, it wouldn't be as bad if I go through Allegheny Link.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of waiting though, because it'd be a wait list for housing.
Well, that would mean that while you're waiting, you have to stay here because negligence will send you off homelessness, and that shelter only lasts 30 days, so, Well, that's something to talk about with family, but, the ticket's on the table. I'm going to buy a printer this month. I'm going to fill out all the Allegheny paperwork and send it out, like I said. Talking about the spare phone, okay, so the other day I was telling you guys I was going to get the backup phone restored again. We don't know where the fuck that phone went. Chloe's really stumped on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ask you jokingly. Are you sure you didn't break it?
I didn't break it.
No, throw it in the ocean?
I had it one day, and it's just like I placed it somewhere and it wasn't there. It was like something happened to it. Like I must have been misplaced while we were out.
Well, anyways, I was browsing phones, okay. Now, I might just spend $25 and get it replaced, but I'm thinking of in April, replacing it with actual LG Stylus 4 phones, so I have 2 styluses. Because I love those fucking phones. The pen, and having 2. I mean, I think that's the way to go for my backup phone, getting another stylus, because they're offering stylus. I'm willing to pay. I mean, literally, I just love it. And having this backup, would come in handy, And frankly, I did check the call logs for both phones because I can boost and, boost Sprint and, Q-Link, and Q-Link had nothing. It was just like text. People are sending us text messages, and it was just basic crap, So, but anyways, priced out things, more likely it'll be Pittsburgh. I mean, the middle place can't do anything anyways. I mean, literally they can't. And, they were just, I mean, honestly, I'm just actually feeling grateful that they actually took the time to message me, because I said, hey, look, your email address is broken, or just send email to the one, which is why I contacted one of the social workers who knows Chloe well, and very polite, and was like, whoa, but she even stated, that you have to be in an immediate danger of yourself or yourself or others to basically be admitted, and I mean, now I think while I sit here, maybe Chloe could shed some light to the family and friends like Melissa and Sarah and Tara and Corey and I and Teddy and her mom and stuff. Why I'm fucking depressed.
It's because I'm too hard to live with. Yes. We don't get along. It's pretty much, it's a mess. Not only that, there's people that just don't like me in the state. They just hate me. And it's like, I get...
You want a pinch of this? I'll grab a cup.
Grab my white stick cup with the paper in it.
Why does it got paper in it? Every time I see it, I'm like,
I don't use much though, but this state, I gave this state a chance, and I regretted it because I thought this state would be really good with mental health.
I told her it was, but
we thought it was.
Yeah, but the real problem is it went downhill since me and Aaron went through there. The other reason is Chloe forgot to mention. The reason is because Chloe is hard to live with, but the other thing is they just don't like her because she's like, oh, I'm autistic. So they don't have to, see, the mental health system out there doesn't have any fucking training on it. They're trained for everything else but autism.
And that's something we didn't know.
I didn't know it either.
And that's what really...
And then, at 20 years or older, they gotta bill it as like something else, they can't bill it as autism. And
it's a nationwide thing now. They have to bill it something else.
No, I checked into Ohio and Pittsburgh and Arizona and California and Las Vegas. Same thing, yeah, exactly.
So I'm not autistic, I can't really say I'm autistic.
Yeah, well, that's why they keep putting so high functioning self-diagnosed.
To Pittsburgh, I'm not gonna really seek mental health. It's just gonna be a waste of time. It's not because getting better, because I know it's not going to help, and I don't want to waste my time. If I go out there, I'm just going to, once I get in that horrible housing, I'm just going to look for work and just pay my own bills and just.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Be a hermit. I'll be a hermit whenever I'm
off
work.
Just keep messaging me, keep me updated. I don't want to lose you as a friend, It's just,
Would you ever come and visit me?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a train out there. I gotta go to Cleveland anyway for Poppy, so I might as well. Yeah, no, let me put it to you this way. I do care for Chloe deeply. The thing is everyone knows.
I mean, if you ever want to live out there, I try to get you a place near wherever I'm staying.
Well, eventually I might have to go to another state that's more open-minded to guns and other things.
Well,
I'm tired of
Pennsylvania's not that bad.
Yeah, I know.
They're open-minded with everything, actually, both political ways.
Well, like I was saying, the sheriff even told Chloe the other day that she's the toxic one, and she's burning her resources in the state.
Thing I like about the East Coast is, like the Northeast states, they're just as liberal as the Pacific states, but they also have better health out there for physical, mental, and they have more because they got more education. You know why? Because the Northeast states out the entire country have the most colleges.
Well, I know.
Every
exactly.
single county has their own community college. There's even out on the West Coast, like small towns are only get really popular only if it's a tourist trap only. But on the East Coast, not only they have tourist towns like those little bay towns, but they also have other towns that are successful because there's small towns beside of this that are just college
Well,
towns.
exactly. I mean, for example,
like the entire town revolves around a college.
Well, let me put it this way. Exactly. I mean, for example, if Chloe wanted to go to Skagit Community College, she'd have to go to Mount Vernon for it, and that's pretty. Or there's one in that my sister and I went to. I think it was Whatcom County Community College. She was looking at a job all the way up
The
near
reason why they got more colleges on the East Coast because the state's been around longer, and a lot of colleges have been around even before the Revolutionary War.
Oh, I know exactly. But the problem is Chloe's right about that. I mean, Moses Lake had a dinky one next to the airport, and the airport's the biggest airport in this side of Mississippi. So technically, they have to have this for aviation on this one.
Now, the one Moses Lake is twice the size of the one I went to, but the one I went to had twice as many programs as Moses Lake did.
Well, yeah.
Notice why we have smaller buildings on the East Coast because there's no room to build because there's buildings everywhere because of how long everything's been around. Everything's more developed out there, but they do offer a hell of a lot more out there because they've been around long.
Well, I was going to say there's one community college that's the biggest one on this side of the mountains. That's a community college. That's the biggest one in all of the state for community college, and that's Edmond. And that's because it used to be a former army base. My dad went there. So, I mean, it's like big, barracks and everything and turned into school.
We got community colleges out there on the East Coast they're as big, even bigger than the big universities. Like in Washington, PA, there's Washington County Community College in Pennsylvania. Huge, giant campus in town. And then West Virginia Northern and Wheeling's actually expanding a lot now throughout the
Well, yeah, you see they're expanding, but I'm just saying out here, the biggest in Washington for community college, Edmond, used to be military base.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Damn base.
So, the reason why they offer, and how they can offer more programs in the smaller colleges on the East Coast is that the professors out there are not assigned a classroom. Classrooms are just open, and they teach in a classroom, and the professors have their own little office elsewhere.
Well,
and they got a lot of online courses on the East Coast too.
Yeah, here Phoenix, online Phoenix College and that, but you get the idea, everyone. I know a couple girls went to Phoenix, but one of my family members, Cassandra, went to Phoenix University, but online. But you guys get the idea. I mean, literally, the mental health system out here is, as Aaron used to say, the mental health system out here, they're all flunky.
When I look at Phoenix, there weren't many colleges. There's just ASU, University of Phoenix, and some Grand Canyon colleges, 4 years. The rest were community colleges. They're all in one system. Like, you went out to Pittsburgh, we shitload of colleges out there. Every little area had its own college.
Well, like I said, when it comes to the mental health system, it's all fucking flunkies. I mean, literally. I mean, there's doctors I've never heard of that just manage the mental hospital. They're all flunkies. Now, in Oregon, they're not flunkies. It's just they love their job. But in Washington, you got a bunch of dumbasses running things. I mean, literally.
You got like out where I grew up with the Northeast area, which is part of the country, which you got doctors there who've been doing their job for years. And they've learned from the best.
Well, yeah, Dr. Desiree was learned from the best too. Not that matters. I mean, she gave me my referral, but she was in what's that place called? Hades, and then went to New York. She went to school there. She got her degree there.
There's a lot of flunkies in these schools. When they get their license, because of the fact that they're flunkies, they end up going out west where they could easily get a job, where all east is too competitive for them.
Oh, I know, exactly. But out here, the other thing is, talking about the mental health system, is the mental hospitals itself, Chloe even knows this because she's been there so many times in this state, that a lot of the nurses and doctors, the turnover rates are high. And I mean, she never explained why the turnover rate's high, but she's been to these hospitals where they change nurses and doctors out,
Oh, yeah.
changing underwear.
Because all of my experience, they don't know how to handle the patients, especially in mental hospitals, where you go other parts of the country where, like, you know, like, if you went somewhere like New York or something, and you went to a mental hospital out there, you have nurses out there who can handle patients like that, know what to do. And they actually treat their patients really good because they know how to do it and how to, you know.
Well, like Chloe said, one nurse, when I sent her to one hospital, they confiscated her dip.
See, the nurses on this side of the country, and even in the Midwest, even from what I heard, they're inexperienced. They don't know how to handle patients. They mistreat the patients and wonder why the patients are unhappy with them and go after them because the way they're treating them, they don't realize that.
Well, with me, like I tried to tell Chloe, option is to send her to Oregon. I won't give the name of the hospital, but, you know, they would treat Chloe really good there.
No,
I mean,
I had
literally.
food balls in Seattle and they didn't know what it was. I'm like, dude, people in Arizona knew what it was because they're the ones who told me that I had a food ball.
Well,
because when I had one in Arizona, I didn't know what it was, and the doctor told me it was a food ball, and they had to get it out, and they couldn't get it out the first method. They'd have to do surgery on me to get it out.
Well, here's the thing. You know, at least the Swedish she told them they got it. But thing is, the mental hospital where I went to, I had my dip, I had my dog, I got to walk him, I got to spit, I'd walk him out several times in the day, and I went and got him walked, and he finally pooped, you know, and I cleaned it up, you know, and the nurses, they just disposed the poop for me, and they're like, go to your room, or go watch TV, or go write in your journal.
It's like the only areas of the country that really have doctors know what they're doing is the Northeast states and cities in the Southwest.
Well, I will say Portland doctors know what they're doing. I mean, I can't complain about Portland. Now, Seattle, they're all dumbasses.
Yeah. And it's like, you know, just...
I mean, it's like that one doctor. She basically puts in that she thinks Chloe's been abused in the past because of my drinking. Then she basically gets put in her place and she doesn't like it. Then she basically puts in her report that she wants a social worker to place Chloe into a shelter and then get her a job. But from what we understand from the other records, they didn't even have any plans to do that. They're like, insurance ain't paying, get the fuck out. I mean, that hospital was brand new, only a year old, Chloe.
Yeah, we don't, like,
But at least they gave her cigarettes.
Yeah. Actually, and they had community cigarettes that are donating in case if someone needed a smoke and they didn't have them. Yeah, actually, they wouldn't let, if you brought something that was already open, they wouldn't let you do it, but if you brought unopened stuff, they let you use it.
Well, yeah, including your dip, where, you know...
Yeah, they just did. They had cigarettes. I mean, they brought us out for smoke breaks, and, you know...
See, that hospital seems pretty good.
Hell, even the nurses, some nurses smoked out there, too.
Well, see, that'd be a hospital I'd go to, but they turned me down because it's a conflict of interest with Chloe. That's why they refused in the state, so they told me to go back to Oregon. But, you know, as Chloe says, I really don't need to go back there because it's not me, it's her, basically. I mean, the sheriff told her the other night that she's in a toxic relationship. She's the toxic one. And, I mean, I have family members, and even her mom thinks it's toxic because, you know, with everything. That her mom, of course, blames me for holding her back on disability. Oh, here.
Thank God.
Thank you. I mean, Chloe, talk about your mom and the whole security thing for a minute.
My mom still has a delusion I can still get on it. Mom doesn't realize that it's all been shot downhill. I can't get on it. Not with my records, no. I'm better off just trying to get a job again. That's what I want to do. Plus, I'd rather be protected in society anyways. I always grew up with, like, you know, you want something, you want as a means to survive, you got to give in society. You have to contribute to society somehow.
Well, yeah, exactly. But also, you know, like I said, you know, I've asked Chloe this many times, and Chloe thought maybe I can go to a mental hospital, and that's what she said, and get medicated. And, you know, I talked to the mental hospital, and, you know, they're just like, well, no. I mean, frankly, she said, 4 times and it hasn't helped. What's the point of going a 5th time?
Yeah. Now, I'm not really gonna, I would live by myself if I get a place out there, but I might get a dog. Because, that'll be nice to have. Shih Tzu, if I have to work, that'll be kind of hard.
Shih Tzus are high maintenance dogs.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
I'd have to get a dog that doesn't mind being home alone when I have to work. I wouldn't mind, being by themselves, knowing that I'll come back.
My little pumpkin! But no, I mean, literally, the ticket's on the table. I gotta probably get it in April because April, once we get these forms sent out to Allegheny Links because, I'm getting a printer. But, the main real reason is, I just gotta bite the bullet and get it done, And, I mean, literally, it's, we already know her food stamps are thin. Tomorrow she's going to be spending it all day because it's raining, it's cleaning. So we're not going to the library till Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, and then it's supposed to end Wednesday, and then rain Thursday, and then Friday's supposed to be sunny. So, and Friday I'm getting socks anyways. That's one of my purchases. But, and then Saturday of next week we're doing laundry, so technically it's all good. But, the point is, Chloe also knows I can't support her. By the way, I was earlier in my video I said something about razor blades. What's your status on those?
I got one I'm using and 2 I haven't used yet.
I'll have to place an order for razor blades this month. But the point is that family knows I budget to a T, and I try, one of the things that I tried to tell Chloe. And I think she understands is that the certain things that I can't afford, like Chloe knows that I know hers does the same, but I can't just go fork out. I can budget it this month, but what I'm saying is, it comes to shoes. I got to get a new pair of shoes because mine absorbs water. So it's like when I walk outside and it's wet and the concrete's wet, the water absorbs everything, and then it's basically a lake in my shoes. And I gotta get new shoes too, And one of the things that, that I have to get off my ass to do is glasses. I can't delay that. And I'm literally going blind without them. And, that's another depression. I like seeing, and so forth and so on, But Chloe also knows I can't afford her. It's honestly taking a toll on me. I thought, Retro Check would have been here by now, but instead, honestly, when you got fucking, well, I'm gonna say it just because I can. Like, for example, Grant basically sticking bipolar 2 and not listening to the hospitalization of Borderline, then they just fucked up right there too. And then you got another place named Bipolar 1, and then all these other places, it's like, which fucking one? The judge basically said, which fucking one? He didn't say it in those terms, but even the lawyer fired her. He said, look, she could have got on it. Basically, he said, on the grounds that, when she got angry and they had the duty of warn with the U.S. Secret Service. But the thing is, that could have helped. But, when they have all these different diagnoses, literally, like the lady said, that she put in not compliant with treatment, not compliant with meds. That could help her, but. Social Security has these loopholes where you gotta jump through loopholes. Oh, you gotta get treatment. It's like Chloe said the one day, I was with her. Funny thing is, when Chloe has to protect me, she does a damn good job. The other day, she was on the phone to, DSH, that's the welfare office. And she's like, look, Rita's got access from the old social worker, but you want me to sign a new release? Go fuck yourself. Oh, well, we can't trust Rita because Rita's been looking over everything, trying to get me a disability. You're the fuckers that are trying to deny me. Well, we can appeal it. Really? Chloe's like, how the fuck can I appeal it when they have 9 different disabilities? Which one? Well, and Chloe's like, I don't need cash assistance. I'm not jumping through your hoops to go through fucking Compass who wants to fucking medicate me on the same shit. Just to, And, Chloe said to her that she wanted me in my appointment. I mean, literally, Compass didn't want me in her appointment. So Chloe's like, fuck you, I ain't going through you shithole. I'll go through someone else. I mean, we have an idea, but Chloe also knows that I can't just keep popping out. I mean, that's where the hospital said that they could set her up with, say, Compass or CMAR if she got discharged for discharge planning, which is good, but as I said to the social worker, she refuses Compass because they want her in the same damn meds. And she's like, well, if the meds aren't working, then we need to change her meds. But the thing is, as Chloe said, okay, let's just break it down here. Compass Health wants to put her in the same meds. Grand Integrated Services want to put her on the same meds. Columbia Valley Community Health dumped her to Grant. Confluence dumped her to Grant. Confluence basically didn't want to deal with her, okay? So every time I went to Grant, right, they wanted to say that they didn't care. They didn't want to listen to me, and they didn't want to listen to Chloe. We're the medical professionals, you're just a dumbass, you don't understand, and you're a retard. Chloe looked at me one day, and she says, I don't think you're a dumbass, Rita. You just read a book this thick, Noah. She says, you read a book this thick with the DSM, and I understand the DSM better than most people. The problem is, it's a fucking checklist. Let's see. Chloe, you have 9 out of 9, all 9 symptoms of borderline. See? I could say that right there. Oh, Chloe, you meet 7 out of 10 for antisocial. Oh, Chloe, you meet 8 of 10 out of schizotypical. Oh, you meet all the criteria for bipolar 1 and 2. Oh, you meet all the criteria for schizophrenia and schizoaffective. I just told you this hypothetically on the checklist box. Thing is let me put it this way, okay? Chloe's autistic. Lawyer said you take the social worker or the psychiatrist said you take all the diagnosis, throw it in a blender, you get autism. And that's basically what it is. You can't fucking sit there and say, well, I'm autistic, and they say you're schizophrenic. Autism, if you're autistic, you're not schizophrenic. You can be bipolar, but they're saying schizoaffective. If you're autistic, you can't be schizoaffective. You have to be autism with bipolar, autism with borderline maybe, autism with other underlying issues. The underlying issue is what they're fucking having a problem with. So Social Security, unless we go and have a Social Security psychiatrist listen to us, which I'd have to be with her, Chloe's basically saying, what's the point? I mean, look at it. The guy I talked to the other day for Chloe said, look, you just named 9 symptoms. Which one is it? I can't basically do an intake and get her set up for Social Security hearing or even for a Social Security application when we don't know which one it is. I mean, that's plain and simple. He's like, which one is it? Which one is it, Chloe? I mean, literally, he says the psychiatrist can make the determination, but only on the record. If the record have 9 different diagnoses, how is she going to get it, And besides, by the way, Chloe, are you leaving? Hold on, come back here a sec. I want Chloe, before she does the dishes, for all of you out there, to listen to Chloe for a second about the 3rd hospitalization cascade, where they basically put she was interested in getting jobs and housing applications. I mean, and when Chloe comes back in from pottying, I'm going to ask Chloe outright, because I love Chloe with all my heart, to ask her why they did that. She'll tell you, they did it to piss her off to keep her from getting disability. They're the ones that basically said she basically slammed down and threatened to put a knife in her boss's head, former boss, or knocked over some people, and other things. I mean, yeah, they put in stuff from Harborview and Fairfax and Grand Integrated Services and Columbia Valley Community Health and Confluence and Catholic Charities. And Catholic Charities said she met the criteria fully for all fucking borderline. The problem is it's a billing thing. But, I want Chloe in this video, as she just said, Social Security is shot. Literally, shot. Now, she's probably heard me already, the whole thing about just loan. I mean, if Chloe was a disability determination and I was Chloe, would you turn me away from benefits because it said in the discharge summary that Chloe's looking for a job and looking for housing applications?
I would have to.
Well, what about the fact that, all the other stuff? I mean, look, if the disability determination guy turned around and he said, oh, now here's the other thing, okay? 9 diagnoses. He turned it down there. Now, if he took away the 9 diagnoses, took away the job applications, right, and broke it down, okay, let's just say, for example, I'm going to use the name that we know by, go with it. If they went ahead and broke down the things for all the other clinics that it said, and all the records, one says she's got a possible traumatic brain injury, not autistic or borderline. Another one basically stated that she thinks the government's got rheumatic stink beetles that and bugs and flies and stuff that are spying on her. I mean, break it all down. I think there'd be a better chance of basically basing it off what she said, getting disability, than fucking those little damn peanut things saying, oh, well, I mean, we can try for disability again. The thing is they're not going to allow it because one of the things the guy said was she needs to be complying with meds if the docs recommend it or complying with treatment. Here's the problem with complying. Chloe, let me ask you this on video. And you know me, I justify everything anyways. How would you justify the med thing? You've had 4 hospitalizations, multiple hospitals telling you that you don't need hospitalizations, yet they want to put you on the same med. When will they fucking learn that you need to be on, when will they fucking learn that they need to be on the meds that will work, not the fucking meds that basically cause black box warning and speeds up heart disease? Or basically, I mean, Chloe can confirm that she was numb, and numbness from her lower extremities, both legs and her genitals were numb. She couldn't feel them for 6 months.
Yeah.
And so technically, how's that put? Yeah, you're supposed to jeopardize not feeling anything, just that. And on top of that, Chloe even told these people, including Grant, that the meds were making her more violent and angry. I mean, and on top of that, lazy, and they're like, have Rita do everything. Chloe's like, I can't have Rita do every fucking thing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the justification, as I said, for the group home thing and one of my bids, the reason I said it, and I know, she'll go with this. Tara J, one time they got into it on Facebook, and, the group home thing was only done because, everyone thinks, the group home can manage her better if she's autistic or these problems, because, if she's got violent outbursts, the group home can handle it. If they can make sure she's on her meds, they should make sure she's taken care of, they can give her a computer or internet, and let her be, and accept her. But the thing is, that would take all her money anyway. The problem is, when it comes to the developmentally disabled thing, they offered to help her get on disability. But you know what? And I'm going to say this without saying the doctor's name. He turned around and says, I want $10,000 because I'm a private practice, and you got to cough it up or I'm not giving you the summary, because they turned it down. This Christine lady basically told me, yeah, he's a private practice. If you can pay for him, that's good. But like Chloe said, Chloe goes, when Chloe was argumentative the one day on the phone, while I was talking to this lady, Chloe said, look, she was trying to explain it to me to explain it to her, and she heard it clearly. Why should I have Rita pay $150 for some useless paper that takes away from her eating for the month because you want fucking records to help me out? It doesn't, Rita's not going to see that again. You just think Rita's a bank. I mean, the other day, Chloe signed that thing and sent a money order out. We got him. And Chloe said to me, so, you sent $70 for more records. How did they go? I said, well, hon, 42 useless pages of garbage. No medication, lists, just, she's doing okay in group. We're discharging her. It's a waste of time. She made a mistake making out with a black kid. Yada, yada, yada. That's it. 42 pages and $70. Now, with me, I requested Grant's records for me and Compass for myself. And, they're charging me through the roof again, and you know what? That's going to be useless. It's like Chloe said, you can't eat paper. Even our old former neighbor, like Chloe, Shelley, said to us once, she's like, you're paying for records that are useless, and you can't eat paper. I mean, even Tara and Corey said you can't eat fucking paper. Her mom thinks I could just fucking eat paper and be like, oh yeah, look, Chloe, I got your records. I'm going hungry this month because you got your records. I mean, Social Security can request them, even though we signed release info, but as Chloe said, I mean, Chloe asked me to go through every fucking little thing, okay, in her records, and all her records look like fucking shit. It's either the government's after her, she's severely paranoid, or the government's got bugs and the government's going after her because she's trans, or the government's after her for this, or the federal government's investigating her for YouTube vids, or, you know, she's uncompliant with meds, she's uncompliant with treatment, she's uncompliant with, I mean, all this doesn't look good. Now, if you take away the reasons why, I mean, if Social Security said to me, Rita, why did Chloe deny her treatment? Well, let's see, they want to put her on the same fucking meds, they don't want to hear my input, and Chloe wants my fucking input on everything. So instead, it's straining the relationship because Chloe's basically wanting disability, but also they're basically saying she's self-diagnosed. So Security exhibit file says the same thing and says, yeah, I mean, we have the exhibit file and it doesn't look good. I mean, they're saying bipolar symptoms. Oh, Chloe, they're also saying Chloe can get a job because Chloe works in the professional field of call centers or stocking groceries or bagging groceries or flipping burgers and making chicken nuggets and all this crap, and yet, you know, this case I thought was a little more open, but, you know, unless the Social Security looks at it and breaks it down bit by bit, makes the determination, I mean, literally, I mean, you know, I mean, honestly, the problem with it is every record states that she wants to be diagnosed autistic. That's going to make it look bad, too, but if you can get past that idea, and, you know, if, say I did pay the $150, like her mom thinks I should, her mom thinks I owe her the world, then basically, you know, it would be good. But I want to have Chloe get her ear input on me forking out money for more records. Well, what's your opinion?
Fucked up.
I mean, literally, I mean, we can submit it, then I have to explain to Social Security, page by page, record by record, why it happened. I mean, literally, you know, and so forth and so on. And I mean, literally, it's not a good thing. Literally, it's not a good thing, you know. I mean, literally, I mean, they want to go through doctor's notes. They want to go through nurses' notes. They want to go through meds. I mean, literally, I mean, you know, like, they're going to ask Chloe, and the third time you went to get hospitalized in Harborview, you basically said, yeah, that's what I have. I'm borderline. Yet, you wanted to get on the same damn meds because you said, oh, well, I'm off them, and, you know, but in the records it said they weren't working. If they weren't working, why did these dumbasses put you back on them?
I don't know.
You see? It's a complete thingy, and I'm trying to explain it to you all, you know, and so, you know, on that aspect, I mean, Chloe basically got mad, said, if you're not putting reading on the release of info, then I don't need cash assistance, go fuck yourself. Social worker calls to put Chloe on. Chloe's like, I'm not dealing with you. Talk to Rita. Well. So when the social worker, the welfare office said, well, we got authorized to send her Compass. I said, Compass? She said, fuck no. Those motherfuckers want me on the same damn meds. Kiss my ass. She said, okay. Cash assistance is dissolved. I mean, yeah, it's been a strain on us. But you know what? At least the rent's down. And because there's no cash assistance, we have electricity subsidy. So she's got a roof over her head. And she's got food in her belly, and she, you know, I mean, I'll let Chloe talk for a second. There's a toilet on.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know why they won't help me. It's fucked up system.
I mean, yes, okay. Maybe she has some signs of bipolar because of her depression, but thing is, they say, oh, well, if you have depression, you can have bipolar, you can be borderline, you can be narcissistic, you can have all these. I mean, literally, yes, Chloe can admit she made a mistake on holding me back from one night to go get the sheriff, remember? So I can get you help. You regret that, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, yeah, the toxic relationship, yes, everyone knows it, but, you know, I thought, honestly, Chloe would fucking change, literally. I mean, 3 hospitalizations and everything else, and then, you know, I mean, literally, I mean, you don't know how many times we've had the sheriff knocking on our door when the neighbors called, saying, oh yeah, Chloe got threats against the government while she's in the bathtub. I'd be like, yeah, Chloe's in the tub. You want to go see her naked, sir? No. All right, later. Closing the door, you know. I mean, literally, it's shit like this that, you know, when we moved, we thought we were gonna have peace, but between everything else, you know, I mean, literally you know, literally the whole fucking problem is the mental health system. I mean, literally. I mean, Chloe knows. I mean, I've just broke down some of it. If they took away those little problems and looked at the overlying problem, they would see she needs disability. But they don't want to give her disability because they say she's not jumping through loopholes. Now, the last course of action I want to talk about before Chloe does dishes is one of the things that I can do is I can go and send her to Seattle. I can take her to Portland. I can send her to Skagit. I can send her to you know, those areas first and foremost to see if we can get something done where they would listen. I mean, I could probably go with her to Skagit and lay down the framework to get her medicated properly, but we're not going through fucking Compass. We won't, right, Chloe?
No.
I mean, why don't you tell them while I get a refill my coffee, you know, hon? The whole story about Compass and me and what they fucking tried to do to me.
They tried to, pretty much what they did do is just file wrong. What they did was they tried to, I forget. Yeah, they want to do that and milk the cash cow, which I think is wrong. And it's just, it's fucked up. I'm fed up with this.
Alright? Yeah, you're doing good, by the way. So basically what happened was one day Chloe and I were talking to the mental health professionals, right? The DMHP on the phone. And the DMHP wanted to commit me. I was like, no, you guys aren't touching her because you want $800 fucking dollars a month that she's got to pay $20 a month, and if she doesn't pay, you're going to go after her. She said, look, you motherfuckers can't do anything right. Well, we're the professionals. I was like, no. Listen, the neighbor basically makes threats against the government, including the Democratic Party. Another fucking lady does it in our building that's friends with her, and the fucking manager does. And so you want to bill Rita for it and say it's all in her head because of booze, yet you guys won't touch her, and yet you won't do a duty to warn. You guys are fucking assholes. No. So then hang up. So the next day, what was her name? Caitlin or something? Kayla or something? Kaylin or something, anyway, Catala or something, anyway. She calls up, Chloe answers the phone, says, no, you're not talking to Rita. Well, we want to make sure that Chloe, you know, we talk to Rita because Rita needs these services because she's an alcoholic. Chloe's like, no, she ain't a fucking alcoholic, she binge drinks. She has a reason to drink. You guys fucking will drive her to drink. The problem is you dumbasses, and this is where she protects me, is trying to milk the cash cow for every damn dime. She says, what services can you provide me? Oh, well, we can get you medicated. We already know from, well, I don't even remember. Leah, what can be done? Chloe's like, no, look, you guys are singing a tune to Rita to get me in there, and you're going to put me on the same fucking meds. Fuck you. And don't call again, click. Then Leah called, and Chloe's like, look, we got a situation where the two people and the fucking manager conspiring against the government, and you guys won't get off there. Oh, we don't believe. She's like, no. Rita's heard and I heard. If you don't do the duty to warn, I'll fucking do the duty to warn, and you guys are going to be in fucking trouble. They got in trouble. They actually got in trouble. The duty to warn was legal, and they got fucking in trouble because they didn't do their fucking job. Guess who got fined for it? Them. And she basically was like, oh, we thought Rita was a crackpot. I'm a crackpot, Chloe? See, I thought a crackpot included someone who's paranoid schizophrenic, thinks the government's out to get them, and that everyone's out to kill them.
We had neighbors who threatened the Congress, and they threatened, they threatened the Democrats, but yet they get out of it.
Well, exactly. Oh, the one lady schizophrenic because of
these mental health places out here, they are Trump supporters. A lot of them are.
Oh, I know. The one lady, Leah's not. She's anti-Trump. The problem is that she just didn't want to believe it, and even if she said it, even if a patient came in, this is what Leah said, and made threats against Trump, quote unquote, from her opinion to me privately, she looked the other way because, well, in her opinion, the bastard's gotta go. I think she needs a different job. That's what Chloe said, literally. Definitely want a portable TV. Definitely want a portable TV. Rain, look, Ray. I forgot to bring up the TV thing the other day. Should I bring it up now? Definitely tell me about the TV. Definitely want a TV. Definitely. Alright, so as you know, have you ever seen the movie The Rain Man? Right? Right, give me that. Definitely my TV. Definitely my TV. The TV doesn't work anymore because it's analog. Unfortunately, because of digital signals, digital has to be more stationary. So, say you're in a motorhome and you're on the road and you have a stationary TV. It's not to pick up anything because basically it has to be standalone and sit in one position to get the reception. So, even if I bought a TV, it wouldn't be good unless I took it with me, say a 7-inch TV, and I folded it up. There's this new Vizio TV. It looks badass. Chloe said I should buy it. It's like $50. And that's what I love about Chloe. She does support me on things. Like the printer thing, she just will buy one, but we're not going with HP this time, are we? That's what HP did. But anyways, basically I can take the 7-inch thing, it looks like a little tablet, take it with me, and then when I'm wait for the ferry, I can pull it out, watch TV like that. Otherwise, I can't use it like the old days, definitely. Where I could sit there and walk along in school like this. This is a TV, by the way, and be like this, watching it, The Price is Right, and then putting it down like this, or like this with the stand, and watch it. Heck, I used to have a little antenna adapter for this little bad boy that I could play my video games on. I'd be playing my Super NES on one of these, And my family liked it because it kept me entertained. I'd be wherever I went. My family didn't like it because my family thought I was too pampered as a girl because, I had to be, But you know what? Basically, I was like an autistic savant. I mean, I like spreadsheets. It's my thing. But, and I'm going to tell you something. Growing up, all right? Talk about the TV for me. Give me that right. Definitely want my TV. Definitely want my TV. This TV, for example, basically, you can walk with it. The problem with this TV is a lot of people hated it. Even though it cost a couple $100 and it was a great Christmas gift. My family gave me multiple editions of it. I had a yellow one, I had the gray one, I have the black one right up here. And, Tara J was telling me the other day it's a good little treasure trove. I mean, I have like different colored TVs, but for example, these things were a couple $100. The problem with those was it was pretty much, this one was one of my favorites, the radio and stuff. I had one that was a stadium series, but anyway, what I liked about these is I carry it like this. And I always carried one like this in my bag, It would have like 4-inch screen or 3-inch, and, I could basically do this, and, when we have power outages, I always have the TV. The problem with the power outages and the battery consumption, those sucked up a lot of battery, same with this. The problem with these little TVs back then were the cost. And the second thing is, a lot of people like me, when my mother updated me to a better TV, it was color. I mean, my mother basically did what she could, she was a waitress. Chloe said, I think in some ways, talking about Chloe for a second, I think Chloe was jealous of my childhood. Were you? I mean, I had my own cell phone, which I don't even know where it is right now, right? So I had my own cell phone, I had all these things yet. When it came to black and white TV, as a kid, it was okay. I mean, I had to watch the A-Team and Knight Rider in black and white, but when we finally got the first little portable color TV, I loved it. I mean, I always had a little TV everywhere. Throw it in my bag, and me and Mom were on the car. I just plugged into a headphones watching it, Now, the Game Boy was a really badass system, It had hundreds of games for it. Same with the Game Gear. The Game Gear was a battery drain. One time my mom bought me 4 of those little battery chargers that can recharge AAA, AA, C's, and D's. And she bought me it charged like 8 batteries at a time. And I had 4 of them. So I had like 24 rechargeable batteries. I also had like 9 volts and everything else. And I charged them. But I also had, that for the Game Boy, and I had the Game Boy batteries pack. I had the extended battery pack. I had the Game Gear. Another battery drain was the TurboGrafx 16, the little Turbo Express. That thing was a battery drain. And so my mom had the battery pack and the extended battery, so she started buying the rechargeable battery boxes, the little chargers, and then I'd stick them in and she'd buy them. only because, I was autistic and disabled. She thought gaming would be good for me. Now, I know Tara, my cousin, says it rots my mind, but it's a form of entertainment. I mean, like last night, me and Chloe were talking about things, and I was Skyrimming, but, when I got done with 5 hours of Skyrimming, I was tired. I mean, literally, I went to bed late that one night, and then I crashed, and I probably got a good 8 hours of sleep with them. Maybe, yeah, 8 hours, maybe 7.5, but still, it was good enough for me today, but the point is, back then with these TVs, that you could walk around with video reception. Nowadays you can't. So it's like digital is taking over. But, a lot of people put in the phone apps to get free TV. Definitely want a phone app. Definitely want a phone app. Now, as I said, 2 links now offering stylus, so I might just go buy the stylus in April. If Chloe's still around. I mean, literally we have options. We have a ticket to do. We can try Skagit. We can try Peace, we can, well, God forbid we go to Peace. But we can try Skagit, we can try Harborview, we can try a hospital in Oregon, which they told me the other day, because it's Apple Care, she's got to go to an emergency room, which would be like Vancouver, and, et cetera, et cetera. I got blood on my pants. Anyways, so basically, that's what's going on with me, and I just wanted to share it with you all. I love every one of you, and then, because this video's gone long enough, we gotta get dinner started soon, spaghetti. We have plenty of spaghetti. I think we got like several jars of sauce, so we got like 3 or 4 nights of spaghetti.
That's mayo pizza too.
Yeah, exactly. We have that. I have 1 jar of forced cheese, too. 1 jar of forced cheese.
I'll make a roast sauce myself. I can.
Well, I'm not going to eat 4 cheese until all the regular sauce is done, but I got plenty of noodles, That's the thing. I mean, one of the things Chloe's going to do tomorrow, she's going to get the kitchen completely clean, redo the pantry so we know exactly. That means we also got to check and see about mice. Manager's probably wanting us to do that. Then we're going to clear the freezer and then clear the kitchen table, clear the blue chair, clean the living room, and then Sunday, when we get back from the library, before she can do some work, and then after we get back from the library, I want to spend 4 hours and I'm going to watch reviews, she wants to get her room completely clean, this stuff moved out, the treadmill done, and then the final thing is she's doing a closet inventory of all our closets and restructuring everything so it looks better. And that includes basically helping me clean up this area here and get this place here so we don't look like sloths. Everything looks in a perfect order. Chloe's agreed to it because, as Chloe said, she wants to help me because, one of the things, people ask me is, why did you bring Chloe out? Well, I missed Aaron and I wanted to companion. Of course, this relationship's been toxic because, in my opinion, no offense to Chloe here, but I think it's one way, and I think it's like that movie Different for Girls. Have you ever seen the British one where the guy runs into his friend, he's like, "You're a woman now!" And she's like, I'm blah, blah, blah. Oh, we're a woman. Well, in the end, he falls in love with her, and they're together. And she's like, don't forget, that's my motorcycle, too, But one of the things is, in the beginning, is she's in a cab going to work. And the cab driver thinks she's just an older woman. And he's like, hey, it's one way, my way! And British accent follows me. And Chloe, I feel at times it's one way, it's her way. And Chloe, I think, realizes, over the last 2 years, one reason why I'm saying, the retro thing is because I pay $20,000. I mean, Chloe knows I'm entitled to help, and I'm entitled for repayment, and that was one reason why I held it this long, is because of it. But honestly, and I'm gonna say this is, as a minister and a professional myself, I think I can do therapy for Chloe better than therapists can. I can do it for free, by the way. If you ever want an hour session, I'll make it a session for you. But anyways, basically when it comes to Chloe, I'm offering you my minister services for free if you want counseling. Sure. But anyways, I need counseling too, but Chloe's angry because they took away my counseling when she marched up to the hospital and I was telling them they discriminated, and she had a right to. She had a right to. She said, look, you guys went up there, you wanted to bill Rita for CAT scans, MRIs, EKGs, chest x-rays, back x-rays, like that MRI and stuff, and all this stuff that And then the sheriff said, well, the definition of alcohol thing is that guy. Remember him puking in the toilet after drinking half gallon of bourbon? And that was Jack Daniels, and that's 80 proof. So, but anyway, so one of the things, like I said, was, in the beginning, and Chloe supports me. I was telling Chloe the other day, today I think it was, on our way home. I think it was. She was asking me what business emails. I said, yeah, I finally got off my app to check the pricing is. I can get $200 to $300 off or more if I buy a case of Woodinville bourbon. Now, for the price of buying one bottle, I can get 2 bottles of my stuff already, 2 half gallons for the same price, for Indians, at the res. And I'm like, I'd rather do that than fucking pay for it. I mean, I don't want 12 fifths sitting at home because even at 128 proof, 2 shots of that, I'm on my ass. And that stuff is the stuff that you drink, you're basically going to puke your brains out. I mean, I've had, what was that stuff that hubby bought for us, by the case? Booker knows, it was 128, or 27 proof. 3 shots of that, I was in bed sleeping for all night. And so, Chloe would support me if I wanted to buy a case, but, the other thing is, I emailed the Heart people, by the way, about the layaway. So I'm trying to set up layaway for fly rod. Chloe supports that. I'm getting a printer. Chloe supports that. Chloe supports me getting more underwear, socks, and shoes. Supports me getting a new phone. April, she supports me getting a stylus for the backup phone. In the meantime, I'll just pay $25 for a shithole phone again. And that's with free shipping. And then the following month, I'll get the $150 stylus. I pay $129, but thing is, I think Chloe likes my phone anyway when I get it again, because it's got that cool little pin, Oh, I got a joke for you. I was telling this to Tara today, okay? Remember how she's got the Galaxy Note 9 phone?
Yeah.
Samsung brought out the Galaxy Note 10 phone.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah! Better go get one, Tara! Take my tongue out. But anyways, so let me just break it down, okay? When it came to the Social Security thing again, and the mental things, I'm tired of talking about it. Chloe knows it. It depresses me. I mean, I've tried and tried. My gaming list is, I want to get my RPG list complete. She knows this, right?
Yeah.
Problem is, she says she owes me. And the other thing is, I try to be equal with her. I know people sit there and say, well, it's my money, I should be equal with her. If I have to buy shoes, fuck her, or, whatever. I mean, I mean, look at Chloe, for example. Look how she is. She's disabled. She's rocking. She's like a little kid when we go into the meat shop, for example. She's like, ooh, what's that? Oh, that's homemade bologna. She thought it was summer sausage. No. Mom does got some badass summer sausage. And I'm still waiting to get some more of those habanero sausages. Those habanero mangoes. I told Tara that. She wants to try it. But, the thing is, I also want to try a chicken pot pie. I want to get 2 of those one night and bake them up. What do you think?
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, he smokes them in the smoker for like 6 hours. Smoked chicken pot pie. Anyways, let's just get down to brass tacks. I do like how Ron smokes pork chops. When I buy a block of pork chops, it's usually like $60 for 20 pounds, which ain't bad, and that makes a real good meal, doesn't it, Chloe? Of course, when it comes to disability, back to that, unless I can get some guidance from family or, God forbid, your mom. Basically, the thing is, let me put it this way. Teddy and Tara and Corey, they all think you need to have disability, but they say it's basically shot because, like Chloe said, they put self-diagnosis autistic. She's not autistic. They're saying bipolar, borderline and shit, which one? And then on top of that, she has to meet criteria of going through therapy. Now, if we can find someone that can do therapy genuinely and cares, well, we'll go through them. But, right now the ticket's on the table because I don't know what to do. And so the social worker was saying, basically to, either work with her to go through Compass or after discharge of TMAR. And I think TMAR would be good, but, the thing is, what do we do in the meantime? Honestly, let me tell you my opinion, alright? Since we're getting to brass tacks. This morning, Chloe is going to go to Skagit. I was looking for a ferry schedule, and I already told Chloe, I'm going to say this on video for everyone here. Do you want to go to Skagit on payday? So, you just want to pack up then?
probably a better option. I mean, if I go Skagit and go to Mental Hospital, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, but guess what the difference is family sex. This time, I'm with you. It's over TV. They have to listen to me.
Yeah, well, we can try it now.
So, one of the things is, maybe we should, yeah, exactly, and even if Chloe's out, it might be an option, because Chloe, earlier was upset, Chloe realized she caused trouble. I mean, she caused the argument today, and, Now, let's talk about something else for a minute. Now, as you all know, I think, hold on, let me grab it. I think it's in here somewhere. I just want to share it with you. Yeah, Chloe's looking at all these games. She really, the other day, I gotta tell stories. Is it? Yeah, here it is. So the other day, I'm gonna talk about a couple games real quick. The other day, Chloe looked at me and, I said I'd bring my Switch. I'm actually, made an agreement to pay $15 for a Switch case. But anyways, I spent 120 plus hours on this game alone. Alright, Darkest Dungeon. Chloe's like amazing, right? They just announced yesterday they're bringing out a second version of it. Another 200 plus hour game. You know me, I would rather have RPGs like 100 times. Now, the game I bought for Christmas, that it was for me, but it was for me, but it was mostly for Chloe to play. And we have it on PS4 anyway, this. Now, Chloe really wants to get into it and finish up, get into the PS4 version, but Chloe was so fucking stoked when this came out. She was happy as hell because it's a portable version. By the way, they got the Rayman Legends, which is the Rayman collection. I don't know if you like Rayman or not, but most of my games, as Chloe's always asking me about, is RPGs. I mean, literally, it's RPGs, so that's what I focus on. But I also, like I said, Chloe doesn't know this. My project leads me to eBay, right? One of the projects I got to do is modify a spreadsheet, basically, to put in the eBay price totals. So I know exactly what Amazon is, eBay, and East Arlen. Now, I go through East Arlen. I made an agreement with them again on some business, but, basically, I got a Word document put together, printing, and that's another reason why I want to print it myself, But I was telling Chloe I could probably, because I'm there, instead of submitting a letter like the last 3 times in hard review, it might be more beneficial, Now, Chloe is literally, I'm back to the gaming segment. Chloe is worried about being involved. Now, Chloe shouldn't be worried about it because, if they offered outpage care at Compass, she'd refuse. She could just say, no, I'm not dealing with these shitheads. They can offer a CMAR, she'll take it. And they could set it up right there for outpatient for CMAR without her fucking going through make me pay $350 for ferry tickets now just to get her there because first come, first served. Now, back to Darkest Dungeon 2. Now, Darkest Dungeon 2 came out recently, right? The first one was announced. Now, this is just, I'm sharing this with you. This is the Legend of Zelda DX, Link's Awakening. Now, this is the American version. Anyways, right here. Anyways, I just heard, after about 25 years or so, they're remaking this game for the Switch. Awesome. Pre-ordered it. Now, the other funny thing about it is I just heard rumors that they're going to be bringing out The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. That's for GameCube and Wii U. They're going to call it the Switch, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker DX. Awesome. And they're bringing out The Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess again, Twilight Princess, Deluxe for the Switch as well as Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, which is awesome. Now, the other thing is they said that it's more likely the worst look for E3 that Legend of Zelda for Super NES is being remade as well, which will be really badass. So, 4 Legend of Zelda games while waiting for Metroid Prime Trilogy, which is 1 through 3, to be remade for Switch. Now, what my beef is they need to remake Mario Brothers, or at least Super Mario compilation, which is Super Mario Brothers 1 through 3, again, Mario All-Stars, as well as the Lost Levels, and then remake the Super Mario Land 1 and 2, maybe even Wario Land compiled together and give it to us as a compilation, which I'm writing them anyways about. That's something that close forced me is game writing. But anyways, like I said, my scope thing today on the news was this, and then I just got an email from Limited Run Games that works with Kimco, like this, Dragon Sinker, which is really awesome. They're bringing out Gaunt's Gate, I think it is, or something. Anyways, I'm getting those for that. Those are pre-ordered already, and I'm getting also a game called Cronus Arc, which is a really good role-playing game. The guy said he had to grind, and he was like 40 hours into it, and he got his ass kicked, so he needed to grind more. That's what I love about RPGs, is I can just focus on grinding. Now, with Skyrim, you can't grind so much because, the problem with grinding is you gotta do your perks to get there. Like, if you keep using your enchanter, they say I'm at like level 101 on enchanting, right? It won't let me go up. My sneak's 100. I gotta put all my perk points in that so I can go to legendary. Then I can make my grind levels again. The other thing is I wanted to go through Bleakforge Burrow again, so I can actually get my destruction spell up to like 60 or 70. I mean, I'm at like 60 already, I think, and the guards are like, don't burn down any houses. Alteration and conjuration are hard, because, they're very low. I mean, I've gained like up to like 30 levels just for using candlelight, because I like to use candlelight in certain caves. Otherwise, I'm usually sneaking around corners and archery and everything, but the point is, I love these RPGs, and so unless I sit down and Jesus gives me the answers, I don't know whether I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now, everyone knows that Chloe needs to change. Now, if therapy can do it, let's try that. If therapy can't do it, let's try the mental hospital. If that can't work, let's ship her out. I mean, those are the only options. They're literally trying to get her disability means she's got to go to treatment. And that means they recommend medications, but not those types of meds. Now, the thing is I'm still waiting for the answer on that. I mean, literally, as Chloe said, why eat paper for $150 just to get a fucking record for autism? Now, if a record for autism came through and it said autism, we might be able to use it. But Social Security saying it's 22 years old, so, Chloe knows I'm doing everything I can for her. I mean, literally, and so I'm trying to ask her for guidance. I mean, literally, Chloe, she needs to realize that, a lot of the stress I'm having is caused by her. I mean, like I was telling family, you can't throw temper tantrum, tell me move out of the way at a buffet. I mean, yeah, we're both hungry. Of course, sausage ain't good for me. Chloe knows that. But I will tell you something that was disappointing tonight. And I told you this was on the walk, remember? That Sister Tara went and got KFC, right?
Yeah.
I said, I have KFC Taco Bell combo. She said, yeah. I was surprised she didn't say it's not good for your heart, Rita. Chloe's always telling me it's not good for my heart. If I say I want a load of pork chops, she says it's not good for your heart. Or if I say, let me get a couple pounds of bacon, not good for my heart. Sausage link, So, yeah. So, but anyways, yeah, so, next Friday we're going off island. I don't know if I'm going to the smoke shop or not. Me and Chloe's got to think about it. I might go off island and do it on the 12th when I go and get my stuff. But I gotta make phone calls on first, make sure my card's set up for auto pay, on the, bills that I have to, and then I'm good. So, I mean, when I was telling Chloe I was gonna go to Taco Bell Burger King, or KFC, she was like, asked me, well, what about me? I never neglect her, deny her, if I'm out to eat, Now, if I'm paying bills on my own, yeah, I'll deny it, because, it's like, but she's always in tow with me. I remember Moses Lake, she used to not like me going out by myself, because a few times Chloe could wait for me, and she'd be like, where'd you go? Oh, I went to pay the electric bill, and I went here, and then I went there, and she's like, did you get something to eat? And I go, yeah, and she's like, what about me, that's when I was avoiding and taking her to lunch, and so she was always in tow, but we usually ended up at the KFC A&W combo, and, it was very rare we would Dairy Queen. We did a couple times. Let me tell you, when they have their special with Blizzard meals and stuff, like the $5 or $6 lunch box, I gotta tell you, I did not like having her at Blizzard. I mean, every step goes home. lactose intolerant. But anyways, one of the things I kept Chloe here for is like certain things like, let me brief you on a couple of other issues. Now, one of the things that's really bad with Chloe was, and it isn't Chloe's fault, is, when I was out and about, right, she always was supportive. Get the printer, do this, do that. She's always supportive, And I always were like, well, like, we've had a few times where we would argue about a laptop plug or, whatever, and she'd storm out and stuff. But the main thing is one of the reasons I keep Chloe around also is, and Chloe knows I can just do this online anyway, so she left, it wouldn't bother me. But, when, for example, I don't want to go out, I'm like, here's my debit card, go give me a can of coffee, but she gets the big one. And toilet paper. Right on, we got shit paper. We don't have to fucking use a rag. And, the bathroom needs to be cleaned, coming up this week. No problem. Chloe's doing it. And I just gotta sweep the floors and wash them. She also asked me to invest in a mop, so I'm gonna put that on the shopping list. Mop and bucket, right? The thing is I keep Chloe around so I don't have to go out to the store if I don't want to. I don't sit there and say, Chloe, go give me a cup of coffee. That time she goes down and gets my coffee and comes home, coffee's cold. So I go with her for that. But, usually if I want something, if I'm like, oh, I'm going to the meat shop, she'll come with me. But, certain issues, that I mean, literally, I figure besides her tidying up the place and getting this place clean, it's her job since I'm supporting everything. It's her job also when I don't feel good. And like, I'm not going to the store here. I mean, it's like the no phone, alright? No phone, so what do? I mean, Chloe puts me on a treadmill every day. She makes sure I do certain things. She knows where the nitro is, which I believe the nitro's in my laptop bag over here, which I have to take out to make sure. Because Chloe wants me to have my nitro on hand at all times. So, my glasses, I think, fell out. Yep. Did they fall? No, they're right there. So, there we go. The pin fell out, maybe. That's what it was, the pin. Or I might have moved it. Oh, well. Basically, yeah, there's the pin. Basically, the pin fell out. That's what it was. Basically, I keep Chloe around for that, but I also try to keep Chloe around for, disability, And the thing is how do you basically, did it fall out? Did it actually fall in here? Or, I don't know. My headphones are in there, so that's a good thing. But no, I think the pin fell out completely. So I gotta look for the safety pin. But the bottom line is that I know it fell. I think it fell. Maybe it didn't fall. I don't know. Did I leave it at home or did I leave it in the bag? I mean, anyways, the bottom line is, when it comes to these things, maybe it fell out. It's right here. So, let's see. Here? Nope. Here? Nope. Here? Nope. Glasses are here. A penny. Maybe it's in here. Nope. The pen was there. Guess I lost Stinky's pen. So it's not 1 million things, it's another. So let's just continue. So basically, I keep Chloe around to help me out with groceries and everything else. So I don't have to, and I'm not saying she buys groceries, I'm saying she actually goes and gets it at times. I mean, literally, she does come in handy from time to time. Maybe it fell out in here. No, okay. I'll have Chloe help me find the pin because I have to have it for my research, on Saturday. But, yeah, you guys get the idea, literally. I keep her around for that. People say, well, it's toxic. Well, the thing is I am always hoping, like Chloe today was telling me I don't have any faith, and yet I do have faith. It's just, my faith is a little different than hers. I mean, literally, right here. Think Red Lord. Pinky's pen. Basically, I have faith, okay? So much faith that, when it comes to Chloe, I couldn't find Moppy's coat, so I had to think about it. I was gonna lay down until she found it, and I was like, oh, last time I saw it, it was next to the vacuum. Sure enough, so praise the Lord. But, praise the gods, as, Yorland Greymane says Skyward. But you get the idea. I keep her around, unless I can truly get her on disability, which is unlikely. I mean, I gotta wait and see what family says. I mean, right now, the ticket's on the table for her to leave. And, she knows I'm depressed because of this. Now, she supports me getting fly rods and layaway. She supports me getting other things. And, one of the things that I was telling Chloe the other day is, with the economy and all this stuff, I was just reading that Bob Mueller report's been delayed for a week or so. And so I was just reading about a guy supposed to be getting like that Stone guy or something, or a Manafort, like 24 and a half years is what they're recommending. I mean, that's a long time. But, trying to get on Chloe disability is something I'm trying to figure out how to do. I mean, literally. And I haven't figured it out, and I mean, that's why I said I have another roommate coming with Chloe leave. No problem. I can get on disability because that girl is disabled. The problem is with Chloe, I just don't know. I mean, literally, I'm still tweaking my mind. That's why I spent over 130 hours in Skyrim already. I'm trying to figure out what to do. And so, with that said, when and if I figure it out, like you guys know, the options are take it, she leaves. We print out Allegheny links, which gives me a reason to buy a printer. 2 is she goes to Skagit, and I go with her and talk to the social worker and see what can be done. And either it's CMAR or a mental hospital. Now, the CMAR, they might be able to pull the string to get her in right away, and we won't have to do much. What Chloe truly needs, honestly, I think, and I think Chloe agrees to this, is me doing something. Because every time I was in Moses Lake, I couldn't go with her to Harborview. Now, if I have to go down to Seattle and spend the night to get her at Harborview, I'll do the talking again. I mean, literally. Right? So anyway, look at it. If Skagit doesn't work, I'll send her to Seattle. If that doesn't work, I'll try Portland. If that doesn't work, we can ship her out. But something has to be done to get the catalyst moving, the combustible moving, to compress the explosion. And this is a metaphor. To basically get things moving on the right track to get her help. I mean, literally, let me put it to you this way, okay? When we were at Grant, they said they couldn't guarantee disability. That's why they said, what is disability going to do for you? I mean, I'm surprised Chloe didn't go like this, pop the lady in the fucking face, and take her Twinkie for herself in the chips. I would have. I would have beat the shit out of the lady and said, give me that fucking box of Twinkies, ho. However, I'm a ding-dong girl myself. Anyway, so for the final part,
I could have said to her, it's like, because of her race, I could have said, I'm surprised you're not eating empanadas instead, or churros, and drinking, what's that Hispanic type of cola or soda?
There's a Mexican Coke and Pepsi, which is real sugar, Fanta, Sprite.
I was like, I'm surprised you're not eating, drinking Fanta and eating, those, Takis with tapatio sauce and eating those churros or empanadas.
Poppy was talking about empanadas the other day. It's a place in Cleveland that really does it. It's run by a gay guy. He just loves them, but he hasn't been down there. So, But anyway, back to the story. So basically, like I said, and yes, Tara, if you're watching this still, yeah, I would have beat the lady up for a box of Twinkies because I would not allow someone to drink Pepsi.
I would have just taken the Twinkies and the potato chips.
I would have beaten her one and said, where's the fucking can of soda?
So I'm surprised you're not drinking a Fanta, eating Takis and churros and empanadas with tapatio sauce.
Well, I know what you're talking about. There's that Mexican soda, or even drinking Takis or some other beer, while working and eating Mexican.
Corona. You should be drinking Corona beer.
Well,
Corona beer?
Love Corona, yeah.
Yeah,
40 ouncer.
I should be like, after I ride your ass out, you gotta go to a bar and get a Corona?
Yeah.
And eat some of those, any of you tacos?
Well, basically, like I said, for all of you out here in this video, the other problem is the thing is that Grant screwed her over. Now, because she decided to try Confluence screwed her over by pointing down borderline and basically being, they even said I was aggressive.
I'd be like this to later, like, I'm surprised you speak English, because most people here kind of only want to speak Spanish.
Well, exactly, but, the other thing with Confluence, okay, and I won't speak bad about Confluence, but they diagnosed her once and then sent her on her way. I mean, that's why the lawyer basically said, how do you fucking justify one appointment, borderline, and, the lady put I was aggressive. You know why I was aggressive? I'll tell you why. So, Corey understands. I wasn't under the influence. I was aggressive because Chloe under her breath said she wanted to go murder everyone at Confluence. The lady's like, she's an adult, she can do that. We don't care. Take her to the emergency room. So we left. Her appointment was the next day. Instead, they just discharged her and sent a referral to Grant. Again, Grant wanted the fucking business. Well, Grant didn't get close to fucking went to Columbia Valley, changed her primary care. That fell through. They sent her back to that fucking dumbass in Confluence. Eventually, she got out of it. But then, anyways, and then what happened was the one doctor wanted wanted Chloe to go through, because the mental hospital wanted Chloe to go through another guy for hormones, the guy that my therapist recommended. Now, basically what happened was, and I'm going to tell you this is how fucking bad the medical system is out here, right? So Chloe asked me to change over her health care to this county. So I finally do, I got a girl doctor. About a week later, we get a letter saying that her doctor is currently in Chelan County. So I called them up again, changed it out. They got it fixed to this doctor. Now I called and changed it over to Skagit County, because Chloe doesn't want to deal with the hospital. Yet, the problem, and they don't want to deal with her discrimination, but the problem is when we got changed over to Skagit, they basically said, well, your current doctor right now is in Columbia Valley Community Health. So I had to change that over again. So the AppleCare finally got it fixed, but it took like multiple phone calls complaining because they want her to go from Island County to Chelan County. That means she's got to get on a train in Seattle and go all the way to fucking Wenatchee. Isn't that fucking ludicrous?
It is.
So basically, that's just one of the things. So when people sit there, okay, and they badmouth Chloe on this part, they don't understand what I'm going through. They badmouth her saying, well, Chloe isn't giving you a chance. Well, let me put it to you this way, okay? Let's break it down. Chloe came out here almost 2 years ago with a grant. They didn't want to help her. They just wanted to medicate her. But at the time, she wasn't medicated. So she started having problems going to the ER, and they said, come to Grant, come to Grant. Chloe gave him chances every time. What's cash assistance going to do for you? What's food stamps going to do for you? What's having a job going to do for you? What's getting on Social Security going to do for you? They didn't want to help. So then finally, first hospitalization, Cascade, they referred her to Confluence. She went to like 3 different people, and they're the same shit. Just like, and then one guy wouldn't take her insurance. So eventually she ended up going to the ERs again, and they basically said, come through us, and again they treated her like crap. I was there. She didn't want to give Grant any more chances, so she said, fuck you, and by that point, Confluence didn't want to give her a chance, but because Chloe was threatening, they dumped her on Grant, so she said, fuck you. She went to Columbia Valley. She got situated, but Columbia Valley turned around and said, oh, well, you're autistic and you're borderline and you're this and you're that. We can't help you. It's the autism. So they sent her back to Grant, another referral. Well, I had to call the lady, and Chloe ripped him a new asshole, and finally the lady said, what do you want to do? Put her through to Catholic Charity. Now, I know the director over there. When I told the director, yeah, it's me, how have you been? How goes it, Chris? Yeah, everything's great. How's your husband? He died. He was in tears. So when I went there, she had things set up, intake and everything. She did 2 intakes and 1 therapy appointment. They basically just said, yeah, she's borderline in her record. She doesn't want to fly, clothes in like June. Well, we moved out in August, okay? Then when Chloe went over to the Compass, again, she tried giving him a chance. They're like, oh no, we want this, we want that. And Chloe's like, well, I want to do it my way. It's my treatment plan, not yours. So I said, fuck you. Since then, she doesn't want to deal with mental health. Now, I understand CMAR is the best place to go. That's what Deanna said. So we're going to look into it. Deanna spelled the DUI. We're going to look into CMAR, but we're also looking to see if the mental hospital can discharge her there so she can get treatment, because they have to do a discharge planning. I mean, the DCR that basically does this county, he was going to do therapy for Chloe, but he didn't have any fucking resources for joint counseling for me and Chloe, and he didn't really want to do us, is what he said. And 2 is, he didn't have any resources for medication. Chloe wasn't on meds, so he wasn't going to refer meds. But he had her records already in it, basically utter shit. So basically, then when I went to Compass to get help, because I was the only one on the island, they turned around with $800. So I went and talked to the doctor, and the doctor sent me up free therapy. So Chloe marched up to the hospital looking half for misgendering me for discriminating against Moppy for having the sheriff come out, which they said I was a threat. Bullshit. Another story. That's why I need my records. And everything else, in the end, we both got shit on. So, Seymour it is. But to get there, the hospital might be able to, or the hospital might be able to place her there without us needing a, whatever. I mean, right now our primary care is in Mount Vernon, which means we see the same doctor on the 4th. I think it's like Monday on May 4th or 5th. So. And, at that time, I might try to schedule a appointment with the eye doctor, too, because when I get out, I have 3 hours to kill, so I might just go over to Burger King and or Taco Bell or somewhere and grab a bite to eat, get my glasses at the same time, so it's all done a day. See? It'll work. Then when we get home, we'll be getting home at 8, leaving on the 8 o'clock ferry, because her appointment's 1:30, and we ain't getting back until, we might be able to make the 4:45 if we go straight there, but the thing is there's not much time window, so we have to book it there, get off, and we better not be carrying much, but you guys get the idea. Chloe's still around, so technically, there's your update, I want to get some more coffee, we gotta get dinner started, I'm starving, I mean, I'm literally about to go eat some walnuts and, whatever. Last night I made Chloe's soup, it was tasty, but I want to get into Skyrim too. I know Chloe wants me to finish up my letter to Nintendo tonight, and etc. I mean, I'm happy in some ways she supports me, but in other ways, like I was saying in the last part, where I got sidetracked, is I can't literally support her for everything, so I have to penny pinch, and I have to sit down and think, how about disability, because I still can't figure out. Now, they do want her to jump through hoops. Now, they said, Seymour said meds, she'll take the right meds, but if it doesn't work, she'll continue going to therapy. She's also entitled to a ferry ticket. The thing is, she needs to get well. And, if Chloe wants me in her appointment, that's fine and dandy, but Compass didn't want it, Confluence didn't want it, Columbia Valley didn't do it because I wasn't with her. And Catholic went in once, and I said, I'll wait outside. Chloe said, no, she's with me. And the lady took offense to it. So the lady also put in a Chloe views me a Catholic charity. So they basically plunked that down, so it's been following her, and a lot of people say, well, it's true. Yeah, this hospital wanted to say I abused her. Thing is, I have never touched her or abused her once, not mentally or physically. And so, there you have it. So I got to figure out on Social Security what is the proper protocol. Literally, it should be simple. And I know Chloe already said if she's on disability that between retro check and her paying her fair share, she'd make sure that because I spent $20,000 over the course of 2 years that she could pay me, and that's what I'm hoping. But I don't know which way to turn, and that's why there's a lot of problems. I know Chloe wants money, but like Poppy said, with her, things, they should be able to look at her records and say, well, Chloe threatened her boss with a knife in her head and pushed out employees, and she didn't get charged with DV. She really needs the help, and but they're gonna probably ask, Chloe, why did you get fired? Chloe's gonna have to answer herself eventually. Maybe her therapist, if she gets one, will do it. My main thing is, if Chloe knows she's welcome home, if she's medicated and, getting the right thing. That's why, I regret, not going with her hard review, because I could have probably gotten this thing and she'd be on disability by now. But the thing is, everyone's putting all this pressure on me, and it's like, how do you do pressure when, if I'm in a therapy appointment, okay, hypothetically, let's say Tara's the therapist, my cousin. And I told her, yeah, I'm autistic. She puts down self-diagnosing. That doesn't do good for disability. So, whatever Chloe says in the hospital records, that's what they put down. Literally. And, her, they even put explosive intermittent temper disorder. I found out they put that in because they got the psychiatrist report to DSHS in Moses Lake. That's the only thing they said. They said if she had a year of therapy, she can go back to work. That's what they put. So, I don't know, but, if we're going to wing it this time without DSH's help, it's going to have to be, we're going to first get the record, so the last of the record, which is her autistic, and submit that first. And then if that doesn't work, submit the rest of the crap and hope like heck the guy goes through with a fine comb and chooses what can be done. I mean, Chloe knows that there's got to be a way. I mean, literally, if she follows through with treatment, maybe they can help her. I mean, literally, but like Chloe said, she doesn't want Compass because she's pissed at them. And she has a right to. I mean, they want to bill me $20 a month and give me appointments at $800 a month appointments for alcohol. Tara knows it, Corey knows it, Aya knows it, Teddy knows it, Chloe knows it. I'm not a drunk. I've been free. I mean, if I go and buy another bottle of bourbon next month, I expect Chloe not to even touch the phone and call, whatever, and say alcohol poisoning. Just let me sleep. Put me to bed. Plain and simple. I mean, if I want my bourbon, let me have my bourbon. Fuck it. I'm getting to the point in my life that I'm just, whatever. So, anyways, I will do another video tomorrow for you. It'll be a smaller one because I'm not going to the library. Hell, I might even do a video Sunday and just skip Saturday and let Chloe do her cleaning. So, because it is 8:33, it's dinner time. We gotta get dinner done. So please add subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Just keep it nice as all we ask. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification to get new content every time I upload a vid. And enjoy every puff.